Hey guys, today I want to do a video showing you how to make jungle hut tops. Now, there's a couple of little tidbits I'm going to add in here. One of them is my wife was looking through our bricks and she's like, "Honey, we've got an absolute ton of these Hurst Arts arch pieces, so do something with them." So, you know, me being who I am, I fashioned together these pillars, and figured out that I could make almost as many pillars as I need for a lizard man, like a hut city kind of thing. So what I did was I was out looking for cool things to make terrain out of, and I ran across. I'll just come across here. See that right there? That was a woman's scarf. It was sewn in a tube. So what I did is I put my arm down the tube and then I cut it, and then I got this this wonderful material here. It's very see-through. Probably see my fingers through it. And it's got one good side. The other side, it's got kind of a mesh netting. If you look really closely, you can kind of see the pattern. It's more obvious on the back side than on the front side. So what I did is I simply cut out a section of it that's going to act as my my foliage for the top, right? So the I didn't hit it up like too much. I hit it up, you know, enough to cover it mostly. And then what I did is I found these cups, or these bowls. Now, you can spray the inside of the bowl as well. And I was thinking about just putting it over it and then spray painting the whole thing. But I'm like, you know what? This stuff moves around, and it's kind of glossy, it's kind of bright. And I don't want this to be the never-ending story of things moving and constantly having to spray it. So better to be proactive than reactive. So what I did was I spray painted this like a neutral green, a non-flat or a flat green, non-gloss, non-satin green, and then I spray painted both sides of this. And if you want to look semi-dried out, this isn't a bad way to leave it. In fact, if you want it to look dried out, I could have easily spray painted this tan and then just put it over the top as is. I might want to hit it with a tan coat because it does have some of a sheen to it that I'd want to get rid of. But so what I did is I cut a section out, and then I spray painted both sides with this dark green. Then you know, obviously the bowl. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I go about securing it across the top. So let me get you off to the side here. So what I did, now the material is fairly stretchy, which is wonderful, and it's thick. It's anywhere from ½ inch to 3/4 inches thick. Now you're going to have two sides. One side that's going to be a little bit more showing the netting, and then the other side that's not showing it. We want to show off the side that doesn't show it because we want to give it a more natural appearance. So what you want to do now is I want to kind of dry fit this like you would dry fit a figure together in parts. And then I'm going to figure out where the end is, and then I'm going to just take scissors and I'm going to nip it. So I want to cut it right about there. Okay? And it'll want to poke through, so you got to work a little bit with it. And it's going to expose areas where it's a little bit brighter. Don't worry about that. We got something to take care of that problem. You're also going to have pieces that are going to be hanging off and whatnot. That's not going to be a problem either, because all of your work is going to be done with the scissors and glue gun. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find what's going to be your edge piece, right? and then about how wide it's going to be. In this case, it's going to be almost the whole bowl to the front. Okay, and this can be a little bit difficult to work with when it's that much. So I'm going to break up the work. I'm going to go, I'd say, about a third of the bowl. So I take my hot glue gun and I make sure I have extra glue sticks this time, and of course they're in the back. Because you don't want to run out halfway through. I've had that happen. So here we go. I'm going to mark about a third of it, and okay, yeah, that's right. And I'm going to just bring it down to the bottom, and I'm just going to press it in. And the hot glue takes really quickly, okay? Almost immediately. So my first section is already done. Now I've got another section that's going to stretch from here to about there. Now if you want, you can actually physically mark it. Of course, I don't have anything handy, so I'm just going to visually mark it the old-fashioned way, the eyeball way. By the way, I want to thank everybody for all the really nice comments that you guys have been giving me on the swamp trees. It's really awesome. I'm so happy that I'm able to serve you guys. You know, it's really awesome to see people taking something and running with it. It's so good to be able to give to you guys, because you guys give so much to me. Okay, so now I've got my coverage all the way around. I'm going to add just a little bit on the end here. You might have some little wisps, don't worry about it, because those wisps are going to disappear, and you don't even have to pluck them. Okay, so now I've got this coverage here, right? Got a very nice natural look to it. So now you want to start pulling, and that might expose a little bit of material, you know, so be it. Because this is something you can add to, guys. You can constantly add to this, and it'll actually look more natural the more you add. So I pull a little bit more down here and here. You want to pull past the edge a little bit, guys. You want to pull as much as 1/4 of an inch. You just don't want to show that hard edge, okay? Because you want it to look natural, and that can be a real trick sometimes. Okay, and we're going to get some pieces that are sticking out and whatnot. That's not a problem. We can nip those. So now I'm going to continue on. And I just take it and I just pull it down, right? And I'll typically hold it for about, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. It doesn't have to be tremendously long. And you can make these look even more natural by like having these things hang off down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Give it that overgrown look. That's a very effective method. With extra material, you can either cut it away or you can continue to pull it. I tend to pull it and then nip off my my excess. So I'm going to continue on now along this base. And I'm going to just pull that down. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to have a little tail here, possibly two little tails. Okay, so now I've got that. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to just start nipping off my excess material. And you're going to want to save that excess material. Now, with the little extra bumps, you get one of two things. You can leave it on there to give it a more natural appearance, Or if you don't like it, you can put down a little bit of glue right next to it, put it right on the material, and just pull it across it. Okay, and what that'll do is that'll just pull it, and that'll get it nice and flat. Like I said, don't worry too much about you know, too much about the tan and whatnot, because we're going to take that into consideration. Okay, so now I've got this pretty much done. I've got it set up the way I want to set it up. Now what I want to do is I want to darken it up. So this is what we do. We're going to go have you fly through my house. And here's the board I'm going to put it on. Now, what I'm using is, if you go to Home Depot, this is it's really easy cover to memorize. It's like the camouflage colors. They have a khaki and they've got a dark green, or a flat green. The flat green is what I'm using. This, by the way, is the exact same green that I use to do all of the vines for the jungle. And you'll notice that because of the base tones that you're working with, it's going to have a slightly different look. So what ends up happening is you end up getting a more organic, realistic look, because there's probably thousands of different colors of greens out there, each unique to its plant, and depending on where the sun is in the sky, how vibrant or dull it'll be, or if it's in the shade or if it's in the light. So you actually do want to have a variation of this. So what I'm going to do now, and you can see that it's got some lightish tan in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to take, is this spiking my sandstone? Oh, I almost hit it with my sandstone. Where is my dark green? Ah, here it is. Okay. Always prepared. Yep, that's me. So, always spray too on a surface. Make sure you're grabbing the right spray paint. Trust me, I've made enough mistakes that way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hit it. I'm just going to hit it. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for the tan, and I'm just eliminating that tan. Okay? And this is just the first step of this. If you want to dry brush this, you can totally dry brush this up in lighter shades of green. If you want to go into your what's the word I'm looking for? We use plastic plants. Like, I'll just shoot over to my bins real quick, and like you can throw like these in there, cut those off individually. You can sprinkle those on. You can spray paint the white out of that. You can lay this across that. You know, obviously forget the white, but you can start imprinting different plants over the top of this and really get a realistic effect. So this is just a base layer concept that you can continue to work on over time. So this is how I go about doing jungle huts. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, thank you so much for all the wonderful comments. I love you guys' comments, so throw them down if you guys get new ideas or new applications to throw at it. Feel free to add it on. This is all here to inspire you guys and help you guys become better builders. So, love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.